Now Bellator number 159, Mulvane, Kansas. One of the premier fights that was coming in. Obviously, David the Caveman Rickles taking on Melvin Guillard. Melvin, just want to tell you thank you for hanging out with us and spending a little time chatting it up, man. Obviously, first of all, after the fight, you heard a lot of boos. And in the midst of some of those boos, people may not have heard you say, look, fighting David was a big deal to me, and if I'd have lost, it wouldn't have been something I would have been unproud of. Why don't you go ahead and tell everybody exactly what was going through your mind when you said that, man?
I mean, I lost 3 in a row for the first time in my career. I've been fighting 18 years, and this is the first time in my career I felt like I was about to lose everything. First being cut from the UFC 2 years ago. Now I'm fighting for Bellator with my back against the wall once again. I've been here before, you know what I mean? And you stick a man in the corner, and, when you think about life itself, my wife, my dogs, how am I going to work and live? Because I don't know anything else other than fighting. I know a few things, but fighting's been my whole life. I've been doing it since I was 13. So I don't see myself sitting in the office all day, driving a milk truck, or driving a Coca-Cola truck. That's just not me, working for FedEx or some bullshit like that. I'm a fighter, and tonight, I proved to myself that no matter how bad things get and when the odds are against you, I can still come out and be victorious. And I came into a hostile environment. It's Rickles' hometown, so at the end of the day, I already felt like he had everything to lose. I had nothing to lose. I was just fighting for my job. But I think what helped me tonight was the added pressure on him. He put himself under that pressure. Running around here, smiling, having fun. Gotta probably worry about all his family and friends, trying to sell tickets. Man, I've been sleeping like a baby since I've been here. I've barely been out of my room. The only time I left my room was when I had to cut weight. And, for me, I've been relaxed, So I know for a fact, even in the back hitting mitts, I can hear him hitting mitts, he's yelling and screaming. At the end of the day, that shit can't save you, you know what I'm saying? When we get in that cage and that cage closed, I told him I was gonna rape the shit out of him, and I did.
I think about the terms of my personal assessment of the fight. At first it appeared to me that David may have been a little bit nervous, and then I noticed that when he tried to back you, to me it was a bad choice because you were already so close to the cage that you were able to maneuver inside, and that was where you took advantage of him. Is that pretty much exactly what happened in that moment?
I don't think nervousness I think nervousness is an understatement. He was fucking scared. I knew he was scared of me, and I knew it at weigh-ins yesterday because I came here on business, and in the past, I have guys I fight that I'm friends with, we'll joke around, we'll clown around. That's just over with me, man. When we gotta step in this cage and fight, it's a business. So at the end of the day, I didn't come here to be his friend. I'm still not trying to be his friend, I'll keep it cordial because I'm an athlete, and I keep everything professional. But at the end of the day, I knew he was scared yesterday when I walked off the stage, and he waited till we got in the back and was like, "Hey, you mind if we touch gloves tomorrow?" Right there told me I had already had to fight one. So, So people don't realize when you fight, you win a fight before it starts. This fight was won days ago, weeks ago, months ago, and it was definitely won yesterday when I stepped off the stage for the weigh-in. Because if a man have to come up to you and ask you, "Hey, do you mind if we touch gloves?" Right there's a sign of weakness, and I exposed it.
This whole weekend, a lot of talk has been, what's next for this fighter? What's next for that fighter? You were just trying to fight for your job. Do you know what your next fight is going to be, or what you want to do next?
Right now, I already talked to Rich. I'm gonna talk to Mr. Croker. I want to go back up to 70. It has to be done. I'm not trying to cut any more weight. Cutting 30 pounds to make weight is just, I'm over it. My body's not letting me do it. I've been cutting weight for over 18 years now, with wrestling, fighting MMA. I've been cutting weight my whole life. I'm done with it. And at least at 170, I would only have to cut 10 to 15. I won't have to cut 30 pounds. So right now, man, hopefully soon I'll probably get a fight with Daly. I think that should be my first 170-pound fight. Me and Daly good friends. He's a good dude. I like him. But at the same time, like I said, man, when it's time to fight, it's time to fight. And I know for a fact me and him can sell a fight.
There you go. Melvin Guillard says he wants Daly next, back up to 170, and promises kept this weekend that he was going to take care of business, and that he did. Full court press, Andrew Duncan. Melvin, thanks a lot.